Miss Claudia, I have been obsessed over Marvel and DC and comics this much since 2002, before the first Spider-Man movie. Isn't that wonderful? Anyway, I'm going to do a review on Captain Marvel. So the movie is about this Creed club, and Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, although she doesn't know her actual name and her history, but she has little images of dreams of her past, and nothing new happens. So, on a mission of a Kree mission, after speaking with Sabrina Charlton, Captain Marvel is on a Kree mission. Although she never gets the name, much like Wonder Woman movie, she never gets the name Captain Marvel in this movie. No one calls her Captain Marvel in this movie. So she gets captured by the Skrulls. She gets captured by the Skrulls, and they look for information from her memories, and she thinks that they tamper with her memories and planted memories that aren't hers in her brain. But really, the Skrulls just actually didn't dig stuff that was already in there. So she kicks the Skrull's ass and escapes and lands on Earth in a blockbuster. And she goes on phone to locate and communicate with her war brothers that are the Kree, and she's orders to do nothing, to stand by, and will come get you. And she doesn't follow the orders, and she's kind of funny, has a temper tantrum, has a temper problem. And she runs into Nick Fury, and Nick Fury thinks that she's crazy, and she says, "No, congratulations to you," or it's Space Lady, "You are under arrest." And this is before Nick Fury loses his eye, which gets scratched by a cat, who we find out is an alien cat called Gizmo? Boozer. No. I'll think about it. Anyway, so they team up, and it turns into this buddy cop company after he finds that the girl's actually not crazy and actually was telling the truth about the Skrulls that can clone other people. And to turn into other people, and wants to invade planets, and the Creed wants to stop the Skrulls before they become unstoppable. And Fury says anything else, and that's the only agenda. That's the entire agenda. So there's this little gag where if he ever has kids, they will call him Fury. Because everyone calls him Fury. And Captain Marvel steals Nick Fury's pager, because Nick Fury pays Shield to turn Captain Marvel in. And she starts thinking that she has a life, that she used to have a life there. But she's like a little unclear what the thing is, and finds out that there's some sort of evidence that shows that she had a life there, but mm, the Kree, her Kree leader, who doesn't really have a name, is very likable. And even when we find out he's a villain, he's kind of like a fun villain. Kind of one of the more interesting Marvel villains. And he's given orders to her to don't get humanly attached. Oh, that's not the right side you come here with. Listen to this. And anyway, so Captain Marvel saves Nick Fury's ass from S.H.I.E.L.D. after finding that one of the Skrulls works for S.H.I.E.L.D. And goes to meet with her best friend, who she hasn't seen in years, and explains the whole situation to her. And they don't believe her, and her daughter too doesn't believe her until she shows her some proof. And Nick Fury says, "That's an excellent question. Why would you tell that when we're something that we really want to keep to ourselves?" He just look at Carol like, keep it to ourselves. And he just like does a Chronon blast, which she summons from, which he's, and does a little light show on the bot, and it kind of, and it's starts like cool, and then they believe her, and so then we find out that the Skrulls are actually the good guys and the Kree are the bad guys. And that they lied to Carol and find out what she remembers everything now, and that they lied to her about everything. And she got the powers not by the Kree, but by explosion that she shot and she stand too close to. And the Kree leader of the leader that's still the leader of Captain Marvel killed the original Captain Marvel called Marvel. And Cal says, "Why should I help you? I only know who I am." And her best friend gives her a touching face that I was kind of very telling her in this body, and says, "You were a badass scene when you didn't have the powers. And you were a pain in the ass and funny and hard to work with." And so she helps the Kree and now the Skrulls, and the Kree ambushes the Skrulls, and they take away her powers, but Cal still tries to fight the Kree leader. And she gets kidnapped and gets talked to the Supreme Intelligence, who she's been disguising herself as Marvel, because she was something that she in her past life that she really looked up to. And Marvel told her the truth of who she really is, and why she's here to save wars and wars, and that their life's at stake. And and so the Supreme Intelligence kind of messes with Captain Marvel's mind until we just kind of goofy montage of her standing up. It's a little silly, but it's not too silly to the point you're going to laugh your ass off. So anyway, she breaks free from the Kree and destroys Fries, complete Fries, the Kree electric Kree device that's been attached to a neck and has been keeping them in control of her, how to use her powers and to let the control of her and to shut her powers on and off. So she completely fries everyone and kicks ass and kicks the Kree's ass. And kills the Supreme and with the Supreme Intelligence. And the Skrulls get saved, and Marvel discovers that she can, Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, discovers that she can fly and stops this giant alien tech that's kind of like a missile and redirects it into all these other missiles. And so she has so this Kree leader says, "I'm very proud of you, Carol." I said you were ready when you could beat me down, so come on. And this is it. This is, show me what you're made of without the rainbow sword. And she just blasts him, and she says, "I don't have to prove anything to you." And he says, "Tell your Supreme Intelligence that I'm coming after and ending this war." And so we find out that the Avengers Initiative came from from her relationship with, she got the Avengers Initiative by looking at a picture of Carol Danvers and came up with the Avengers instead of the Fury Initiative. It's the Avengers Initiative. And the Avengers theme song starts, and that's the end of the movie, and we find out the cat at the end of the scene throws up the Tesseract, and Captain Marvel answered the page that Nick Fury was told by Nick Fury that only is used for emergencies only. It is kind of stupid when you think he could have used that in 2012 Avengers, or to stop Captain America or an Iron Man from arguing over each other in Civil War, or to give them a helping hand in Age of Ultron, the Avengers. Besides the Battle of S.H.I.E.L.D. helping them out in the end battle, or when, actually, why didn't he give the page to Tony Stark? But when Captain Marvel answers the page and asks with Fury, and that's the end of the movie.